This Haikyuu song is one of the single most motivating and yet suspenseful songs I have ever heard. And by the end of this video, I'll show you why this track succeeds at creating an incredibly tense atmosphere in the show that brings its scenes to life. The track I want to talk about today is Team Potential, written by Yuki Hayashi for the very first season of Haikyuu, where the team Karasuno begins their journey to finally make it to the Nationals volleyball tournament. It plays in such moments as the match point against State Tech, as well as multiple points in their first official match against Albert Josai. This track, deemed by many as their favorite and highlight of the soundtrack as a whole, is incredibly unique in its instrumentation and form, and serves as an excellent way to build tension. Let's listen to the piece from the start. Within these first few seconds, we get a group of strings playing chords that seem to be rising and falling via an automation of some sort, as well as a kick drum playing crotchets on the beat. This immediately emulates the idea of like a beating heart, drumming against one's chest in a moment of deep worry or tension, which very much matches the scenes it plays in the show. I also want to talk about the notes that are being played here, because it's much more interesting when we take a closer look. Okay, so we're in soundtrack currently, and I've opened up the song here. I've got a song, and I've just written out all the notes I can hear. So as you can hear the sounds as we go, and just listen to the notes that are being played. Any other notes that you might hear, I think, are just octaves. There's like a lot of doubling of instruments playing the same notes, which is why it sounds a lot more full. Sounds pretty nice, right? But I want to show you this. So I tried to put these notes, change the octaves of these notes so they all were as close together as possible. And you can see here, this is where they pull a lot of the tension in this song. So while they may sound like less noticeably tense in the song, when you put them close together, it sounds nice at first. And then we get to this part, and we just get like 5 angsty chords in a row. Listen to these. Like, those sound really like, they sound tense, they sound a bit uncomfortable, right? And it's harder to notice. It's more subconsciously noticed when you just listen to the song with these chords. Now that we understand how the song gets a lot of its tension, we can instead focus on the big part of this song that gives it its form, instrumentation. Before we continue, hi, I'm the Bedroom Musician, and if you're enjoying my content, give me a sub. It helps me out a ton and pushes this music out to more people so more can appreciate it. I make videos analyzing music all the time, and if you like this video, I can guarantee you'll like many others. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Because the bass and chords don't actually change at all in the song, all the build up and motivation and tension instead comes from the instruments and how they're added and removed. As you can hear, they add drums to the piece, and then after this they add horns and rises as the song slowly crescendos into a new string melody. And we keep all these background instruments while changing some, such as the electric guitar that gets added with the new string melody. Again, this builds and builds, adding horns, rises, all the tension rising until it releases into a beautiful choir section. Now this section keeps the exact same chords, melody, and bass notes, and yet it has an entirely different meaning and feeling compared to the rest of the song. Simply by changing how we play the melodic elements of the song, Yuki switches the mood and instead introduces this hopeful and uplifting twist on this theme. It really showcases his understanding of how to take a melody and get the most out of it, breaking the limits of how it can tell the story being shown on screen. And as the choir builds again, the horns, strings, and drums all triumphantly return as a new guitar and brass section brings home the horn melody powerfully, bringing home a sense of purpose and finally reaching a climax. And as the song comes to a close, the same melody is played on the same string section as the beginning of the piece, but this time holds the notes out without rising and fading until it crescendos and comes to a stop. Wow, what a journey. And can I just say, in case you couldn't tell, I love this song. It's really just incredible and I listen to it all the time. Obviously go and check it out, as Yuki deserves all the credit for this masterpiece of soundtrack making. With that, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like and maybe subscribe. If you enjoyed this Haikyuu video, you'll definitely like my other analysis of another Haikyuu song, which should be on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.